Hi everyone, Coldon here with another Vox Immortalis Commentary guide. This video is for the Spirit Twister achievement, which is part of the Jin'do the Godbreaker encounter in the new 5-man Zul'Gurub. This achievement requires that you defeat 20 of the twisted spirit spawns that come out during the second phase of this fight within 15 seconds. So like many of the other achievements that require to kill many mobs in a certain timer, the timer actually starts to tick down the moment the first of those mob types is killed. So if you accidentally kill one of those and the timer starts, you'll want to wait until that timer ends before you actually engage the majority of the spirits. So the first phase of the fight is just like normal. So you can see here he's doing the dead zones and pulling them out and DPSing them down. And we tried a few different methods, but what we found worked best was to pull him to the back of his platform here, and once the phase transitions, or a little bit before, we have our shaman healer actually run down to, if you look on my mini-map, it's kind of southwest, and he's sort of on that bridge when you enter this area. And he goes there before this phase starts, because the twisted spirits don't spawn until right now. So then, once the spirits spawn, you can see I drop down and blow my tank cooldowns so I can soak some of the damage and aggro just a pack of them. And then our shaman, who's standing on the bridge here that I'm just crossing, he's going to heal me and get heal aggro on them. And this is really the key that we found, is that because the spirits have so low health, they have 29,000 health, any miscellaneous damage can pretty much kill them very quickly. And obviously you want to keep them alive, but you need to keep threat on them somehow while you're running around gathering them. So, like I said, what we did is decided to have our shaman run out before the second phase starts, and then without doing damage to them, I pick them up and blow my tank cooldowns, and then he will heal them and get heal threat. So now our shaman has most of these aggroed. I'm picking up a few more because we want to make sure we have 20. And you can see here there's quite a few. These hit really hard because it's shadow-based damage, so it doesn't actually benefit you if you're a tank, since it's not physical. So you just need to be careful. Like you can see that I'm staying in cat form for the speed boost. That helps a lot. But essentially, you just want to make sure you can gather up enough of them and then get them focused on one person. And again, we found that just because of the low health, it was too difficult for DPS to keep threat on them without doing damage, so we had our healer do it here. And so yeah, you can kind of see the basic idea. This was not perfect by any means. We had a few people die, but another key thing to remember about this achievement is it does not require that you defeat Jin'do to get it. You only have to defeat the 20 spirits in 15 seconds. So even if you get the achievement and don't have any way to actually defeat Jin'do on that attempt, it doesn't matter. So our plan was just to focus on the achievement and then die and come back for the actual fight. You can also, if you happen to die on accident doing this, which is pretty easy if you accidentally get aggro, is just to run back in the zone. And you can come back in during the fight. You'll be in combat, but other than that, there's no real limit. The last tip I should mention is that you probably don't want to go to the back side of this river area like we are doing here, because as soon as you get into a certain distance from Jin'do up on his platform, it will actually trigger his normal phase 2 abilities, which means he'll start casting the Shadow Bolt volley, which does the small AE under a random player, and that's really, really dangerous. And it can hit you pretty much anywhere. So once you trigger that, then he'll start spamming the group with that. But it appears, I can't say for certain, but it seemed to us that if you don't actually come to this backside of the area, he won't trigger. So ideally what we should have done is kept kiting around the front of the sort of temple area where we originally started by the bridges. And you could just sort of kite down through that water on the west and then go up on the land near the entrance of the temple, and then back through the water, and just keep going in a circle like that. But this was pretty much our first try, and we didn't really feel like resetting it. So This goes on a lot longer than it would need to if you had a better plan. And but this is the basic idea. We're just kind of running around buying time to get them more bunched up, because we don't want to have to do this over. So I skipped forward in time here. I actually died at some point, and so I'm coming back to the group. But you can see everyone's pretty much gathered up now, and we have well over 20 that we need, and they're all pretty bunched up, so we're going to finally call for DPS. And again, since they only have 30,000 health, but they hit really hard, it's really handy if you have any sort of ranged attacks. You can also use AE stuns, things like that. So we're going to use this little land area here. And once they come up, just have our ranged DPS AE them down, and pretty simple. Make sure you track your achievement during this, so that if you accidentally kill one, you can see the timer ticking down and wait for that to expire. So there you see, we're just blowing all our AEs, and there you go. So, Spirit Twister achievement, very odd. This is probably not the intended way to do it, but it worked pretty well. So good luck, and thanks for watching.